Alright, so this episode is something Bunkum number 6, Into the Firepit. Basically what happened is, I really like fire pits, and so I got people to let me come over and have fire in their pits. I like having fires in fire pits for several reasons. One, it's just a good skill to have. To be able to make fire and, I make fire! Be able to maintain it safely. I think it's a good skill to have. 2, it gives people something to do when they're hanging out. Let me rephrase that. It gives me something to do when I'm hanging out. I tend the fire. That's what I do. 3, it gives you kind of like a good conversation starter. Around a fire pit, just naturally get into cool conversations. There's something primal about it. Very natural. Usually you're outside. Hopefully you're outside. Usually accompanying a fire pit are s'mores, good drink, conversation, and a food. So, let's get into it. This details my experience with fire pits at my friends' houses and shows me finally getting my own fire pit and having to assemble it. Yeah, that was fun. Holker and I are having a fire pit, all Kentucky style. Yes. What do you think about that? Yeah, there it is. Then I rolled to Ryan's house. Now this was during the winter, so it was still cold.
It is very cold in space.
Windy AF. Regardless, I just said AF. Ryan's fire pit is like legit the Cadillac of fire pits, and he got it for like $50. The dude's amazing.
This on the top, there's this little...
Yeah, what is that for?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to direct the flames away, but it just shoots out from all sides, and then this side here.
It's pretty awesome.
This is great.
Oh shit, that's pretty hot. It's hot, dude. Fire. So I eventually got my own fire pit. I had toyed around with the idea of making one, digging a hole. I decided to not dig up my yard. I got a Landman Big Sky Stars and Moons fire pit. And I got the idea from my buddy Casey, whom you've met in a different episode. Kind of. Okay, so this is the fireball I just got. Boom. Look at them stars, look at them moons. I just assembled these 3 legs. Boom. It says, assemble the legs. I'm gonna make a little bit of a fortress with some bigger pieces of wood. Well, 29.5-inch fire pit. It's just a square. There you go. Like so. There we go. Finally caught. Right. This is the first time that I've used this fire pit. It's hot. Eventually I wanted to share my fire pit idea, the experience with someone, and I got Erin to come on over. We had some hot dogs, we had some s'mores, we had big conversation. It was a really good time. You are. This is the video. Yes. Are those cicadas? Or are those like crickets or something?
Yes, cicadas. Cool hands.
That movie Elizabethtown. Do you remember it? It was with Orlando Bloom and Kirsten Dunst, I think. The moment that they get out of the car, cicadas everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, it's Kentucky.
You can always tell some in anime. They always have cicadas in the background if it's summertime. Different species of cicada have different life cycles. So there's like a 7-year one. I think there's like 14 or 16 years or something. The ones with the longer life cycle are always the years where they're just everywhere.
What do you think of this fire pit?
Nice fire pit.
Moons and stars. It all came back to Jacobs. He's got a forge, a fire, and a fire pit that they actually dug out. That's where I had the idea to have one in my backyard in the first place. I made the fire. I made it pretty well. Had some drink, had some big conversation about the Ren Fair. Suddenly we had this idea we're gonna have a murder mystery. It's gonna be awesome.
And then have like a $3,000 costume in like 3 minutes.
Amazon later.
Yeah.
Buying his murder mystery costume.
You're gonna have like
keeping you up all night.
Excuse me, sir. Yes.
Peter has me for Renaissance Festival.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, but like
But
you're
they
like
look good.
we're doing a pirate show. Frontiers time, I think, right?
Is that Frontiers?
I think so.
1800s.
So like I have to
Wrapped it all up by going back over to Erik's house where he showed us how it's done. He made a proper log cabin fire in his fire pit. I mean, it was with wet wood, like it had been raining. The dude just made it. It was awesome. We had the dogs there. We had some Four Roses bourbon there. It's a really good time. It's exactly the reason I like to do fire pits, even in the summer with the humidity of Kentucky in the daylight. Everyone else was complaining and sweating. I was loving it. It was awesome.
No, I meant closer, like, to the actual fire pit.
Oh, yeah,
So
sure. Hey, Opal. What's up, Brackston?
You're busy filming.
Do you want to step up here?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
You can run in and grab some newspaper real quick.
okay.
Squid.
Now, it looks like this fire, it looks like that wood might be wet.
Some of it is a little bit.
Or what do we have over here?
This is all my little stuff. It's gonna go on the fire first. Little stuff burns better because it's more surface area to get hot. Whole bunch of paper.
The paper.
Now, all this little dry stuff.
Kindling.
So there is a little nest down inside.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Look at that cabin burning.
So this is fire. This is Opal. Hopefully Opal does not catch on fire.
Oh, that'd be awful. Charles. Hey, Chris, have you checked out something Bunkum yet? Get on it now. Do it. So yeah, fire pits, super cool, super awesome, in my humble opinion. The next video is Erik and I sitting down and having like straight up an interview style conversation about fire safety, fire pits in general. It's pretty cool because Erik is an actual fireman in Kentucky, and so he actually knows his stuff. So we really tried to talk about fire safety, got a little bit distracted. Yeah. You'll see what it is in episode 7, Into the Interview.